Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show him skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show him skills. Yeah. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I keep it so for real. Who feeling that glow in him? I'm giving it so to feel. But doing it so to chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show him skills. Yeah.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, no man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, no man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey y'all dash, honey y'all dash, honey y'all dash, honey y'all dash, honey y'all dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can cover the...
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Sit.
First carry for Nick Chubb. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. A run for Nick Chubb. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It is one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. Well, nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Bears take over. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Check right. Watch it, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Now.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Levante David in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Hey, high 7. 55, Mike, 55. Hey, eat. Watch one.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
Operating from the gun, Herbert, and he finds Seals Jones complete. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert, the screen pass here to Cohen. And give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Got it.
51 to Mike. I'm coming.
Let's go.
On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I wonder if they just kind of outguessed themselves a little bit trying to run it on 3rd down. Probably should have gone to the air to try and pick it up. Instead, the punting unit will have to run on the field.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Let's go. At their own 31-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Chubb. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This will be taken at the 10. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Now Cohen, and he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
We own it. We own it. Shit.
On 1st down, they go right back to Cohen. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Preston Smith there on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Bravo. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Get it.
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert, he's letting it fly for Cooks. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing is Rodgers. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
64, weak. 51 the mic, boy, 51.
They run. This is Cohen. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
That's where you belong. 61, match box, right. Step.
On 3rd down, Herbert. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Let's go now. 10 Lobo. Let's go.
1st down, a run with Cohen. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Set, ready, 60 Pittsburgh.
Check 31, check 31.
Topper. Big rip.
On second down now. It's Cohen. Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. The Bears on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
General West.
No.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
Let's go.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll run on first down. It's Cohen, and he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
51's the mark. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long.
On second down, it's Cohen, and he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 9th touchdown of the season as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Marr on for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Next to score, Bears 17. Packers nothing. O'Donnell to kick off for Chicago.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30.
Here we go.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. They go with Chubb on second down. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. On third down, it's Nick Chubb. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. 13 yards, first down Packers. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
On first down, Chubb going to get forward for only about a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is Lamar Miller. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They keep it with Miller on first down. Lamar Miller, and with a clock reading zeros, he is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this second quarter.
Indeed, indeed.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick.
We got this.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring.
Hey, watch it, watch it.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Let's go right here.
Again, it's Cohen. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Again, it's Miller. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Lamar Miller, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. Still just a 2-score game in the third quarter, but they're going to go onside kick here anyway. Oh, I think the Packers got it. Yep, Green Bay football. Well, I guess they felt like they needed something to get them going. Maybe you wait for this type of a play, but they try the onside kick, and it works.
I'm starting to wonder if the analytics coach is starting to get involved in the football nowadays. When you see this type of play made, this type of a risk taken, sometimes there's a different influence that's going into the head coach's ear.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
They'll run it again with Miller. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
158! Spot! 26!
They run. Chubb. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll run for it. Chubb. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Nick Chubb stops short, and the Bears will get the football back. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll start with a give to Cohen, and this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Hey, Haywood!
At the 46-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert. He finds Robinson. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
It's a gain of 22 yards. And the Bears, 1st down.
On the ready.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. This is Cohen. And some room to maneuver. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
We got double up. Let's go.
They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
61, matchbox, lights. Mike 51.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. And here we go. 51's the mic.
On 2nd down now. It's Cohen, and he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal?
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Yep.
They'll try to run this one in. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
A 3-yard loss. It's now 4th down and goal.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
14.
Kick by Maher is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4.
Check 99. Check 99. 7's a Mike.
Rodgers going to throw. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Miller. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. The 30, 20, touchdown, Packers. Lamar Miller, 61 yards, as his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, let's go. Let's come across. Y'all not ready.
General West, 5.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
They try again with Cohen. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
X3, 218, chopper. Hey, wahoo!
10's the mic. Let's go, D.
Look at me, zipper.
So that'll back him up 5. Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long.
Mike 10. Watch the curl. 10's the mic.
Get it.
From the gun, Herbert. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Watch the eye.
Protein spill. Go.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
55-2.
On first down, Cohen. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Hey, Charlie. Ready?
Back to throw. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. On the give, this is Cohen. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Bears have retaken the lead. So what can the Bears do here as they'll go for 2? Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Weapons. Go.
They'll try and throw for it. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken short. Able to power through. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Bang, 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 bang. Bang, 6-6. Pull it hard.
Running for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep down. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football.